Okay, so this is for 962602, May, June 2017, and I'm just in this first part going to be doing 1A, B, C and D. It's largely just text-based and a little bit of formatting, and there might be some formatting for the dates and time that you've not used before. Let's get to it. So for 1A, you need to open up ttsmerge.csv. I've opened it up here. You should then save it straight away. I'm just going to save mine as work in progress, and I'm going to save it as a workbook. If you save it as a CSV and hand it in, you lose all of your formulas that you're about to spend a lot of time doing, so make sure you've saved it as a Microsoft Excel document. So for the first part, it says insert the row above the data. I'm just going to put this side by side. So insert the row above the data, so here we go, insert. And then set the row height to 51 points. You can muck about a bit like this. I don't like doing that. I'm just going to go row height 51, done. Merge the columns in A to D. So we're going to merge those. I'm just going to make this full screen so you can see it's this one here. And in the merge cell, insert a function to display the current date and time. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is put now. Now you'll see this gives us a date. However, they want the current date and time to be formatted just like this. So what we have to do is think a little bit outside the box. You can't do it in here. I mean, they've purposely set it so that you have to do another formula here. You can scroll through here for as long as you like, but unfortunately you will not find it. Not exactly how you want it anyways. So we're going to make it ourselves. The first thing we're going to do is we go equals text, and what we're saying is we're going to convert the following into text. And it says what kind of format we want it in. So this is our value, the current date. That does give in all of the information we need. It's got the current date, as in the day. It's got the month, the year, and also the time. Now what we're going to do is we put speech marks, and this bit you just need to remember off by heart. And that is, if you want it to display the full actual title, so the full day, like for example Monday or Tuesday, you put D, 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 D. Okay, if you just want the numbers, it's D, D. So we're going to go for the full actual word for what date it is, and on here it then has the number, so 22, sorry not 22, DD, and then we've got November, which is the full month, so we have 4, just like that, and then it has got the year, 1, 2, 3, 4. If I just wanted it to say 19, because it's 2019, then I'll just use 2 Ys. We're going to use the full one. We want the 20 at the start of it as well, and the time. And then we're just going to go hour, hour, minute, minute. Don't forget to close the speech marks, close the bracket, and hopefully, beautiful, right. So we've got our full date. Just make sure that's exactly the same. Tuesday, then we've got the date, November, 2019, 2017, yeah, okay, perfect, right. So merge the cells in column E to I of this row. There we go. Insert your candidate, your center number, candidate number in the merge cell. Oh, I don't really have one, so I'm in Thailand, so I'm just going to put Thailand. Thailand. That's a good start. There we go. And display both the merged cells in an 18-point sans serif font and ensure all the date and text is fully visible. So I've got this little poster to show you. It's really, really simple. Serif is the one with the flicks, sans serif is the one without. Script is handwriting, and then you very, very rarely use the other ones. So I'm just going to use Helvetica. It's also the one that Apple uses now. So it says to change both of them, so I'm going to highlight both. Helvet Light. Where is my H? Oh, we're down here. Okay, Helvetica Light. Same. And sensor if all the data and text is fully visible. Well, it is. So I'm just going to press save. Okay, so now we're on to 1B. It's been decided to use a different mail server for the company. What we want to do here is it's using a couple of different concatenations of the text. Okay, so let's just make this all fully visible. I did ask for that and I didn't do it. Okay, there we go. Let's make that a bit wider. Right, so at the moment all of this row is wrong. so I'm just going to delete it. I'm going to press Control, Shift and the down key, and that takes me to the very bottom of the list. So that's all deleted, and it now wants me to have the first letter of the first name, a full stop, the whole of the second name at tts.com. So I'm going to open up with equals concat, then you just double click on it, and the first thing we want to do is the first letter of this name. So all I'm going to do is go left, then I'm going to open up the brackets, click on A3, and the first character is all we want. So this means it starts from the left, you tell you what text you want, and then how many characters it carries on going from the left to the right. So I want the first letter, that should give me the E. It then wants a full stop. So I'm just going to put speech marks, full stop, speech marks again. Then I press comma, it says text 3. I'm pretty sure I just want the last name now, I do. So I'm going to click on this bit here, B3, that gives me the whole of the last name. Now if I press comma, ask me what do you want next. I'm pretty sure it's at tts.com. Just going to double check that. tts.com, yeah. Close it off with the speech marks. Now when I close this, you'll notice that it's not exactly the same, even though it would work in real life. This isn't real life. We want everything to be perfect. So when I press enter, you can see I've got a capital E and a capital B. Now because the whole email address is lowercase, I'm going to go on here, and at the very start, I'm going to make it all lower by typing lower, open up the brackets, go to the very end, close the brackets. Now remember, where it says lower, it's going to pay attention to everything you put in the brackets, which means it's going to pay attention to everything. We can still carry on with these different formulas inside. We call them nested formulas, and hopefully it will make it all lowercase. There we go. Now I'm just going to click on the cell and the bottom right little button here, and that takes me all the way down to the bottom. Okay, so we've done the email. The next question is analyze the method of generating the new email address, identify the problem. Okay, so it says describe the problem, so basically you just do a step-by-step for how we just did that. And the problem we've got is that for Mr. Manning, I think there's a Reese and another R sort of name. And you'll quite quickly realise that they both use exactly the same email address, which obviously wouldn't work. So what you could do with this is use something that's individual, such as the employment number, would fix that, so you could include that in there. That would be one method you could use, or you could, yeah, that would probably be what I'd do, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to skip past that. I'm not going to write the evidence document and just move on. So all staff now have a new payroll number. You can see straight away, I've noticed that these are all uppercase. So guess what's going to go at the start? Upper. First letter of the given name, that means our first name. So EV, for example, has got E. First two letters of family name, BA, Barber, yeah. Employment number, 2914, so that's the whole of the employment number, and the 3-digit branch code. Okay, so that's over here. Now, the tricky part is you'll notice 32 is not 3 digits. That's because further on, Porto, that's 351, so it's 3 digits. So I'll show you how to do that in a second. So I'm just going to open up, and because I know it's all uppercase from the start, I'm going to go for upper straight away, and then I'm going to do everything inside that. So first letter of the given name, upper, left, same as before, open up the brackets, given name A3, we want the first letter, okay? So left is going to pay attention to everything that's inside those green brackets. And I've gone wrong. I need to put concatenate right here. There we go. So now I can press comma to go on to the second part. So we've got our first letter. We now need the first two letters of family name. So same, because it starts from the left, we go left, open it up, click on the family name, comma 2. Now we don't need to make this upper because we've already done it at the start, so I can just carry on going. It then says employment number. It wants the whole employment number. That's pretty simple, so I just click on there, press my comma, and then it says it wants the 3-digit branch code. This is where it gets a little bit confusing. If I was to put a 0 and then that, it would make this 3-digit, but later on it would make it 4-digit for Porto, for example. It would make it 0351, which we don't want to do. So we use this handy trick again. Earlier we used text. I'm going to use exactly the same. So I open up text, open the bracket, I click on my branch code, which gives me the value, and then for the format, I just open up the speech marks and I go 0, 0, 0. That's the number 0. I close the speech marks. Oops, I accidentally clicked enter. Yes, I know. I close this bracket, and that is the last thing. Yeah. So now what I'm going to do is make sure all my brackets are closed. I can see that it's not. It always ends on a black bracket to say that it's all closed. So it's still not closed. There we go. So that's now completely closed. So I press enter now, and I can see I've got 032. So this just makes sure that's exactly the same as what the question paper asked for. EBA 2914032, perfect. Now I can click on the box, the cell, and at the bottom right, I'm just going to let it go all the way down to the bottom, and you'll see 351 has remained 351. 385, 385, 48 has gone to 048. So I know I've done that exactly as I wanted to. So let's scroll down. Now for the next part, you're going to need to use a slightly different formula using match, but I'll do that in a different video. Okay.